On-campus dormitories are supposed to be one of the safest options for first-year college students looking for housing. At Florida State University, dorm buildings are secured and can only be unlocked with the student ID of a resident of that building. This procedure is meant to ensure the safety and security of on-campus residents. However, in late June of 2025, Treon Patrick Jr., 26 years old at the time, didn't have a student ID with access to Magnolia Hall or a student ID at all. Instead, Patrick tailgated into the dorm behind a group of students he followed as they were returning from their night out. He then found a way to trick one of the students, a 17-year-old girl, into going into the stairwell where he sexually assaulted her. Welcome to Deep Dive True Crime. If you have yet to, make sure to check out our other videos on the playlist in this case, in which we dive deep into Patrick's criminal history, his interrogation with investigators, and other intriguing aspects of this case. Today, we will shift the focus of this case to the victim and her family, who have been impacted endlessly by this horrific crime. While their identities will remain anonymous, especially as the victim was a minor at the time of the crime, it is important to advocate for the healing and justice for these victims. The defense in this case exploited the victim's wish to keep what happened to her private. Here, the defense attorney zooms in on the initial investigation following the report. Watch here in a clip of Treon Patrick's Arthur hearing as the FSU PD investigator is questioned by defense counsel as to why he did not speak to the victim's friends as part of the investigation.
And when SG spoke with you, she told you that she went out to recess with multiple friends, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's reflected in the different surveillance videos. There are multiple girls that were with her that night.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you spoke with Mr. Patrick, in the portion of the video that we didn't watch, you mentioned on direct that Mr. Patrick did talk about an encounter with SG in the dorms, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And he told you that he spoke with SG and her friends while they were still inside recess, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That SG gave him her dorm number.
Yes, ma'am.
That he invited her up.
Yes, ma'am.
And that they had all been in the dorm elevators together, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you didn't interview any of those girls that were with SG that night, did you?
Her roommate.
Right, but her roommate, just to be clear, was not one of the girls who went out to recess with her.
Right, yes, ma'am.
So, of the, I think it was 3 girls that we saw in the video, you didn't speak to any of them, did you?
No, only because SG wanted to keep it. She didn't want nobody to know. She didn't even really want her roommate to know, but she didn't want to put her business out there because she didn't want nobody to worry or anything else like that.
So that's a no, you didn't speak with any of those individuals?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You didn't talk to them about what they observed at recess?
The friends?
Right.
I didn't interview any of them.
Okay. So you don't know if they spoke with Mr. Patrick or if they observed anything that may have been relevant to the case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You don't know what they observed on the way back from recess to the dorms?
No, ma'am.
You don't know what they may have observed in the elevators?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
And this was her, was this, I guess, what semester was this for her at FSU?
Her first semester.
So she was scared about reporting this. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir. She was.
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
Did she indicate to you, I guess, by not wanting to identify her friends, why that was?
Yes, well, she didn't want anybody to worry about her. She didn't want her friends to ask her questions about it. She's a closed in, so she likes to be private when it comes to things. So she said that she didn't want to mention it to anybody because she didn't want her business out or anything else like that.
And to be clear, when this took place, she was 17.
Yes, sir.
So she can't consent to sex.
No, sir.
And to be clear, I guess, did the defendant tell the truth to you initially about this whole incident?
Yes, sir. Around the end of the interview.
Okay. I guess, did it take a while in confrontation with that surveillance footage stills
Yes, sir.
before he'd even admit to going on campus?
Yes, sir.
Nothing further.
The investigator did not fail to interview the victim's friends out of negligence or a lack of care. Instead, the heartbreaking truth reveals the unwarranted shame that young female victims of sexual assault often feel. While the defense used these weaknesses in the case to try to obtain release on bond for their client, the victim's parents advocated for her, and the father detailed why Treon is a danger to the community and should be kept in jail while awaiting trial.
And you're on mute, sir. Would you like to be heard?
Yes. Okay, good afternoon,
Good afternoon, sir.
everybody. Yes, just follow up with that. Yes, it's very, very difficult for everybody in our family. See, as a result of this incident, we're devastated is understatement. I would not want this to happen to any other family. And I believe we suffer more, especially Nina, your mom. And this has happened ever since we received a phone call regarding this event. Now, clearly, this young man, 27, 26 years old, has a family that love him, loves his family, he's got kids. We respect that, but he needs to go to jail and stay there for whatever the books say, his punishment. This was premeditated by all the facts and evidence that's coming in. It's premeditated. He followed her, raped her. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. This is, if it was reversed, if my daughter raped somebody, she deserves to go to jail for whatever the length of time it is. So, we have sympathy, we have empathy, we want rehabilitation, we want the best, but this person, I don't want to attach any names to this person, but this Treon Patrick has to suffer for his actions. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He followed some girls home. Yeah, they've been drinking. It's not a crime. It's not a license to attack me, to violate my body, to ruin my life. No. He needs to suffer for this. And when I say suffer, punishment, the appropriate punishment in a civilized society. If he deserves a bond, does not deserve a bond, why? In his testimony to the police, evidence came out that he knows where she lived, Magnolia Hall. He gets out, he follows her. We're looking at another assault, another battery, and something even worse. So we don't want that to happen at all. Also, this gentleman has been in trouble before. He had a battery in 2014. Moving violation with suspended license. Burglary and entry and assault in 2022. A battery in 2021. So it looks like rehabilitation is not working for this person. This guy is over 200 pounds, 6 foot tall. 6 foot tall, and it says here weight 316 pounds. He's gonna hurt somebody in the future. Let him out. We will protect our daughter and make sure she is in a safe situation, even taking her to another college. But what about the other girls there, the other women there, the other people in the community directly around him? It's not gonna stop him. You let him out. That's a license for him to continue doing what he's gonna do. So we vehemently are against him being released. He is a danger to the community. From his record, he does not deserve a bond and shows that he doesn't care about the law. He doesn't care about other people's personal privacy and enjoyment. And what he did is change our daughter's life forever. Change our lives forever. So Whether you get a bond or not, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And we totally understand. He's got a family that loves him. He's got kids that love him. But he wasn't thinking about them when he raped our daughter. He wasn't thinking about them when he followed her home. He wasn't thinking about them when he snuck into the dorm. He wasn't thinking about them when he knew what he was gonna do. So yes, of course, people are gonna run to him now. Oh, Treon, yes, he's a nice guy and everything, but he wasn't thinking about our daughter's right to herself, to enjoy herself, to her freedom. And then he committed this heinous crime against her. The worst you can have as a freshman, 17-year-old minor. So just imagine her walking back to her dorm at night these days. We put a 360 surveillance on her so we know exactly where she is, where she's at. And first year, look, nobody condones drinking, but it's not a license. It's not. She didn't stick a sign or said, "Look, I'm open. Have sex with me." No, this was unconsensual, a rape. This was an assault, sexual battery, and Treon Patrick needs to be accountable for this and be away from society. Normal people in society do not do this. He's shown he has a record. He has a rep sheet of battery, of harming other people. No, should not be released into the community.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gomez.
Thank you. Thank you.
During his bond hearing, Treon spoke to the judge. Here is what he said.
And now I'll call Treon Patrick briefly just for the purposes of establishing bond factors, if I may sit down.
You may. Mr. Patrick, will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Treon Patrick.
And Mr. Patrick, where were you working prior to your arrest in this case?
Velfuco.
And how much were you making there?
$16.50, $17 an hour.
Okay, so about how often were you paid?
Every 2 weeks,
And about every 2 weeks, how much were you making?
about $1,600, $1,700.
Okay. And do you have any other sources of income?
No, ma'am.
How much were you paying for rent?
$900,
And what about for Lego?
about $120.
And were you paying any daycare costs for your kids?
Yes, ma'am.
How much per month was that costing you?
About $285, $300.
And were you paying any child support?
Yes, ma'am.
About how much monthly were you paying in child support?
$385.
And did you have a phone bill as well?
Yes, ma'am.
About how much a month was that?
About $150.
Did you have any other bills?
That's it.
Do you have any money saved up?
Yes, ma'am.
About how much?
About $3,000 to $3,500.
And do you have a job waiting for you upon release, or are you going to have to work to find some employment?
I'm out to work to find employment, but getting a job is no problem. But I love to work.
So as soon as you're released, you'll work on getting a job.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where would you be living if you're released?
Tallahassee.
What address?
101 Ocala Road.
And do you have any family that lives in Tallahassee?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What family members are that?
Antoine Young, my brother, Keandra Levin, my sister.
And do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many children do you have?
3.
How old are they?
My son is 5, my daughter is 9, and my other daughter is 7.
And where do they live?
Quincy, my son stay in Quincy, Florida. My other 2 daughters stay in Tallahassee.
And do you have shared custody of your children
Yes, ma'am, I get them every weekend.
every weekend?
Yes, ma'am.
And how are you? Let me ask you this: where are you from?
Minnesota, Florida.
How long have you lived in Tallahassee specifically?
About 5 years, 6 years.
And are you willing to comply with any pretrial release conditions set forth by the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you come to any mandatory court appearances in this case?
Yes, ma'am, I will.
No further questions.
Shortly thereafter, it was the victim's parents' turn to speak.
Absolutely. I don't know if Carlos would like to go first. I guess since I'm here, I'll go first. Um, all this is so
Ms.
really hard
Austin,
to.
I'm sorry, Miss Austin, will you please activate your video?
I'm not sure where to start. Um, Listen, I can understand the pain that family is feeling and where they're coming from with their son. And I'm not sitting here thinking to myself, what just an evil person this person is. But I want to be clear because there is no greater witness than a mother to their child. Just as that mother spoke about her son, there's no greater witness to knowing who your child is. And my child, okay, not only was a virgin, she never had a boyfriend. Am I frozen?
No.
Okay. She's never had a boyfriend. She probably drank, count on one hand, before going to college, like a very young, naive child, 17-year-old. There is zero possibility. There is zero possibility that this was consensual. She's a very introverted, quiet person. She does not ever want to be like anyone acknowledge things, or like that's her biggest fear is just attention on her. So she's gonna be quiet. So I feel like, I mean, the blessing in disguise here is that unfortunately she happened to be 17. She was forced to tell me. She had no choice. She had to tell me because she wanted to get help for herself. She needed to be examined. And she was examined, and it was very clear, based on the report, that she had trauma. She had trauma in that area, and she's a virgin. Okay, so there is zero doubt in my mind that this was consensual. That said, I personally just is for my daughter, but also for this young man. Look, I don't think he's an evil person. I don't know what life is, like with that. But I want him to to get better, to do something, but the thing is there has to be accountability. There has to be accountability because there is zero chance that my daughter consented to this in a hallway, and she's a virgin, and decided to have sex with a stranger. It's not going to happen. So I want everyone to be rehabilitated. My daughter needs rehabilitation now. I think he needs rehabilitation, but there's absolutely zero chance, zero, that there was a connection where they hooked up. It's not a possibility. So what I feel is most important is accountability is taken here. I want nothing. I always want someone to recover and do better for themselves and have better in the future. I don't want anyone to suffer. I have no desire for anyone to pay a price out of revenge. But truth has to be here today. Truth. And there is zero chance. My daughter never even had a boyfriend. I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but zero chance that this was consensual. And she's terrified afterwards to say, and she told me she wasn't going to tell me, but she had to. Because, she's a minor. So I got lucky. I got lucky that she's a minor. But I want him to be rehabilitated. I want the best for him in his future, but he does have to pay the price in my mind for the choice he made.
What's your position on him receiving a bond?
I don't want him to have a bond because my daughter did go back to the fall term and she's there and she's terrified. Because she might, if he gets a bond, then I might pull her out because she wants to. And she only told me that. So for that reason, I don't want him to get a bond. Not because I don't want him to suffer. But I don't feel safe and she doesn't feel safe. So then he robs her of that. So thank you.
What is your reaction to Treon's testimony and about the victim's parents' statements?
1 year before, he followed the group of girls from a nightclub to their dorm, and then gained access into the building, and eventually assaulted a freshman. Treon Patrick had been arrested and charged with violation of probation. He spent 2 months in jail. He was not let out on bond. So, frustrated, he wrote a letter to the judge. This was September of 2024, about 10 months before the attack at the FSU dorm. Let's see what he had to say to the judge.
Dear Judge Baker, my name is Treon Patrick Jr. I'm an inmate at the Leon County Detention Facility. I'm respectfully writing you this letter to let you know that I've been in custody going on 2 months. I'm here for violating my probation. I wanted to be able to get this behind me so I can move on with my life and become a better man in life. I know that we all make mistakes in life, but this is a mistake and a lesson in my life that I have learned from. I'm a very respectful young man and I have so much planned for myself in life. I was currently enrolled at Lively Technical College for welding, and I only have 6 months remaining, and I would like another chance to be able to finish and just live a successful life. I was currently on probation since October 24th, 2022, and I'm ready to get this behind me. I also had adjudication withheld on my probation with early termination. I would have been able to terminate my probation last year, but due to me having 5 different probation officers, they just kept passing me on to the next officer. My probation is currently over with today. I am here on a violation with a simple battery, and the state attorney has not charged me with any formal charges, and today makes 51 days as of this date. That is according to Florida Statute Section 3.134. According to this rule, if this rule has been violated, then all pending charges against the defendant must be dismissed. Judge Baker, I'm asking and praying that you can help me get past this chapter in my life so I can be able to finish what I've started, because I'm very determined to be a successful young man and to stay off the streets in order to help my family and to help get us to another place in life. A lot of young men my age need a mentor or someone to call on for guidance and how much I have achieved. I really ask God to help me make better decisions for me and my family. I see young men that I know come in and out of this facility, and that's something that I don't want to do with my life. I see and feel a change coming in my life. I just ask for one more chance to prove it to myself, you, and my family. As long as I keep God in my life and in everything I do, I will not fail. God has opened my eyes with just one look at how great He is in my life, and things have changed. I want to be able to just have an impact on others in life and be a leader in life and not a failure. Since I've been in custody, I lost the one who loves me the most. I lost my grandmother. Things have been hard, but I continue to keep my head up and stay prayed up because I know God makes no mistakes. I trust and believe that He will allow me to be able to move forward with my life and be a successful young man. I am determined to be and know I will be a better man. I really would like to thank you for taking the time out to understand the nature of this matter and how determined I am to succeed in life. That really means a lot to me. Respectfully submitted, Treon Patrick Jr.
Treon's battery case and the violation of probation case were resolved a couple of weeks after he wrote the letter. He was sentenced to 180 days in jail, with credit for 65 days served, meaning that he would be free late in 2024 or early in 2025. As we know, whatever Treon wrote in the letter was false. He did not use his opportunity to make himself a better man, a successful man, to do better for himself, for the judge who gave him a break, or for his family. No, he instead followed the young woman and attacked her.
We look forward to seeing you in the next video in this series, where we will be discussing the sentencing of Treon Patrick. We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments on this case and the impact of campus security and on victim impact statements. If you found this video interesting and would like to see our continued coverage of cases like these, please subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you all back for the next deep dive.
Come on. Look, stop crying. You gotta be strong right now. Stop crying. Look, I'm probably gonna lose my job right now. Hurt me. You need to pay your rent, right? Talk to me. I can't. They gonna leave in a little bit. I can't. You gotta be. Huh? You said who? Who? Witnesses. Nah, they can't. They saying witnesses saw me, but you good. They saying I put my hands on you, but you know for a fact I ain't put my hands on you. Like, we know that. You feel me? They saying that they saw that, but you feel me? You good. I told them we fought. We fought. Like, that's what we do. Real aggressively, we fought. Tell my mama that we just, we got in a disagreement. And witnesses say that they saw me outside acting crazy, and that was it, okay?
He's my son.
And what would you like the court to know about your son?
I could write a book.
If I was going to be at 1819 was issued at the CBS, customer threatening callers and other employees to brought in male 30 years old wearing a brown sweater with glasses.
No problem, right?
Good morning.
I can get the hell real quick. You know, all right, and I'm down. Stay right there, man.
What's his charge? In the back.
For you.
I'm not turning over to you the phone or something.
She was on dead. I can't even. I could have did that when y'all was out there. That's what I was trying to tell y'all, and I don't got no information. I had to do it as a charge. And I could have did it. Not knowing they don't have an iPhone charger on them. Y'all know that. Now I can't get no number. That's what it is.
That's all we got for better.
Yep. Hey, log in. I'm talking to him. Y'all have no iPhone charger, do you?
Oh, no, we didn't have the phone
That's what I
charge.
was trying to tell y'all before I left. No, bro.
It's completely dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell them before I left, before they were trying to arrest me. They just get the number from me. They could have unlocked my phone.
So if any of that can be off for the rated suicide, 702 Jet Street, Roswell, Northwest.
Hold on.
What's your camera on the corner?
769 is West Victor, race 100 in the channel.
Okay. Oh, they ain't upstairs. You think it comes from
My cousin said
I'm trying to tell you.
any of my children herself and her aunt grab lighter fluid and a lighter pocket headed towards
I know they don't
702
have no
Street.
iPhone in the chill. That's why I knew that.
Turn the subject be burn the house down.
Go to the-
Population.
Yeah, take that one.
Break the six.
Yeah. And money, and money brought in. I want that. Which I will take that from.
One of the partner units for go to that.
They're gonna put it on your account.
Take 95 Berry, for the channel, see if they can.
Unless you boom out. Which either domestic, it's domestic. Yeah.
Gonna be a black female, 28 years old. Name is Alicia. Top green bottom.
Me,
402 Northwest, 402 Northwest. 402 Northwest.
402, can you be around to 702 State Street for a female?
Alright. Look, come on. Come on. You know my look, look. Stop calm. You gotta be strong right now. Stop calm. Look. I'm probably gonna lose my job, right? Hurt me. You need to pay your rent, right? Huh? Look, you gonna have some you wanna use my stuff? Huh? You wanna use my stuff? Huh? You gonna look, babe, you gonna hold me down? Huh? Huh? Look, come here. Look, it's a misdemeanor, so hopefully I don't have to sit that long. But since me being on probation and is that I probably gonna have to just sit for a couple of days, alright? You heard me? Look though, look, I'm gonna lose my job, right? Hmm. Hmm. Talk to me. I can't. They gonna leave in a little bit. I can't. You got to be. Huh? Huh? You said who? Who? Witnesses. Nah, they can't. They saying witnesses saw me, but you good. As long as you ain't you. They saying I put my hands on you, but you know for a fact I ain't put my hands on you. Like we know that. You feel me? They saying that they saw that, but you feel me? You good. Like I ain't put my hands on you. None of that. Just like he said about the bite mark. I told him we fought. We fought. Like that's what we do. We're aggressive. We fought. You heard me? Look. I love you. Look. Look. Oh, I love you. Like, come here. Come here real quick. Babe, come on. You know they can't. I can't talk that long. Come here. Be strong. Be strong. Call my mama. Tell my mama that we just, we got in a disagreement. And witnesses say that they saw me outside acting crazy, and that was it. Okay. Look, you gonna hold it down. You gonna make sure that you gonna pay the rent, right? You gonna make sure you keep up with it, because I might not. You gonna have to probably pay August too. It might be out this August. You gonna pay that too, right? You gonna text me about it? You gonna hold me down, right? We gonna be in this together, right? I can come back. I can come home. I can come back home with you, right? Sure. And that girl live her, don't deal with her. Like I used to know her before you, but she the devil. I'm telling you that now. She evil. Don't deal with her. Like don't deal with her. And it keep to keep out your business. I'm telling you because I know what I'm listen to me. We've been together 3 years. And listen to me, that girl ain't right. Keep her out your business. She don't try to talk to me before, that's why she came. Keep her out your business. Listen, don't let her. She's already in it. But don't. She has a whole fucking statement. But don't tell her. That's what I'm saying. How she get a statement? She wasn't even outside.
She was. It was so many people outside. It was a lot of people outside.
No, you know what I'm saying.
Literally.
You know
That's why I said it. I was telling you stop.
You know I'm finna go. You know, come on.
There was so much commotion out here.
Oh, he said they're not. He said they're not. You good?
He was the guy. He was watching the whole time.
He said they're not. He said they're not.
You got charged with fucking dog.
He not gonna listen. You gonna pay the rent? You gonna have enough?
What?
You gonna have enough to pay the rent? You gonna hold my stuff? What you gonna do with my stuff?
I don't know if I can't pay it. I'm gonna have to move.
Where you gonna move?
The only decision was to go back home. I don't have to rest you out. I'm gonna go. My mom's gonna have to come and get me.
Can you pay? Do you want to use my check to pay it? Are you gonna be able to pay it?
How am I gonna do that?
Log into my channel account. I'm gonna call you from the jail.
I can't talk to you.
Huh?
I can't talk to you.
Why?
Because we're supposed to have no contact.
Call my brother. Listen, I'm gonna talk to my brother. I'm gonna call him. Listen. We gonna talk. Bro, I gotta see you again. Oh,
That's on video.
No, I'm finna lose my job. Now they charge you say y'all charging me what?
Battery.
I thought it was just battery. He said battery.
Domestic.
Domestic relationship.
Huh? We not in a domestic relationship. Who said that?
That's been staying together for 3 years. According to Florida law, that is a domestic relationship.
We've been together. We been staying together for like what, a year, 2 years, ain't it? We've been together for 3 years.
That's still a domestic relationship.
It wasn't. She don't even got nothing on her domestic. What? How y'all charging me with domestic battery and she don't even. Nothing on her domestic right now. It's bruised up like nothing. What's on her bruised up?
Domestic incident, okay?
How? She not bruised.
So I'm not gonna go back and forth. I already told you why. Okay. Anything else, ma'am? Yeah. We're gonna get you the number, okay? Once we get there, all right?
My phone probably finna go dead. Give me a kiss real quick. Give me a kiss, man. What you finna do for the rest of the day? So, man, you got new kids for a minute. Shit.
I'm not doing that to the bar.
Come on, give me a kiss. Right, you know I'm finna lose my job though. So I'm finna start from scratch when I get home. I'm finna start from scratch when I get home. Lose my job. Hey, I love you, alright? Hey, boss man, what you say you charging me with? Boss man,
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
what you say you're charging me with?
Battery.
Okay. Just battery? You said just battery?
Battery, yeah.
Okay. I don't know what he was talking about. He talking about you charging me with something else.
You've been charged with domestic violence before?
No, sir. Nah. You say battery? Battery is a misdemeanor, right?
Yeah, but have you ever been charged with domestic violence before? Because I'm gonna look and check your history if it was that kind of deal, but I just want to know if you're gonna tell me.
Nah, I never been
Okay, you
charged.
never been charged with?
Nah, I'm on probation for leaving the scene of a crime.
Gotcha.
No problem. You got the case number? So
Yep.
Get your
What was your name again?
Treon Patrick.
Treon what?
Patrick.
Spell your last name.
Patrick.
Oh, Treon Patrick. Yeah, it is.
01 dispatch, E4300, please.
Yeah, put it there. Roll up the back window.
Hey, y'all can turn the AC on a little bit?
Huh?
Y'all can turn the AC on a little bit?
AC?
Yeah. Hey, as soon as I get out, I can try to get the phone. Write this number down before I go dead. Heard me about him? Heard me about him? Excuse me. Excuse me.
What's up, man?
Y'all heard me?
No, can we hear you? What's up?
I was saying, can I get the phone for it's on 1%?
Yeah, they'll do that. They'll be able to do that once you get out of jail.
Once. I'm saying it's on 1%. Hey, Buckner.
$3.95 and you did that copy on page 30.
Dispatch 3783, 347 Trickery, 2475, Appalachian Parkway, Corner Park, and Fifth over person. Advised on.
It's going to be at 1819 West Tennessee Street at the CVS. The customer threatening callers and other employees is on scene. Male 30 years old, wearing a brown sweater with glasses.